All right, morning everyone. Out here at Mosquito Lake. It's mid-June now. Fish Sandusky last week. Probably seen those videos probably about when I'm recording this. But anyway, we're out here today. Gonna drag baits. I got 2 on planer boards and 1 dragging behind the boat by myself today. So I only allowed the 3 rods, but got cut bluegill on all 3 right now. But I also have some frozen carp with me, and I also have some chicken, so I'll probably put some of that on here in a little bit. So quit talking here and we'll see what happens. I think we're hooked up here. Ooh. Either my drag's not set too tight on this, or he's actually pulling a little drag. I started out at the bridge. I'm actually on the north end of the Mosquito Lake here, and I started out in probably 17 feet of water. I'm in 11 feet of water right now. I'm gonna just try to go up until see where I can find some fish, or see if they're just scattered out today. But I don't think this is a very big one. We'll see when we get him up here. Yeah, he's not very big. He's fired up though this morning, that's for sure. But got the skunk out of the boat anyway. And we'll let him go. Get beta back up here, get it back out, and see what else we can catch. 12,000 for one. I think we got one here. Been a while since I had a bite. Action's been a little slow. We're now up, we're still in 11 feet of water here. Should be starting to get shallower here soon. Hoping to find, a lot of times when you're dragging like this, you'll find a kind of a pocket where there's a lot of fish, but so far haven't found it. One thing I don't like about planer board, sometimes it's hard to tell how big the fish is, but after you get that planer board off. I don't think this one's real big. Doesn't feel like he has a lot of weight. Click that one over. I didn't dress quite warm enough this morning. It's a little cooler than I thought it was going to be. Ooh, wow, that fish got a weird growth on it or something. That doesn't, I mean, they're spawning now. That doesn't really look like a, maybe it is a spawn mark. Nasty look, that's for sure. Not a bad fish, I'd say it's a male, but got that big old head on it. We'll let him go. Ooh. Think we got hooked up here finally. It's been a long time since I had a bite. Actually, we've gone a long ways. We're almost up. There's a island up here. Planning on pulling around that island, almost probably about a half mile from that island right now. This one feels like he might be decent. After Sandusky though, I kind of ruined you because most every fish you catch up there is a pretty good fish. Catch a lot of them. This one's staying down pretty decent. Yeah, not bad. Not as good as I was hoping for though. Definitely has some fight to him. You done splashing around? I'll just pull you up in. You don't want to open your mouth. Not as good of one as I was hoping it would be, but did put a nice bend in the rod. Yeah, I'm gonna put a new piece of bait on that. When I hook these bluegill, the head pieces, I always try to come up through in between the eyes there someplace, because that's hard there and the hook will stay in really well. And also that makes it pretty hard for that to flip around and get foul hooked. So, but the other main thing with these circle hooks, you want to try to hook the hook as shallow as you can so you have as much point. If you get the bait too far up in here, that'll sometimes stop that from getting hooked around the fish's mouth. So we'll cast it back out here and get going again. Ooh, that's a good hit. Oh man. That fish really took that and went crazy. Up here, going around the island, I'm not sure if you can see the island in the camera or not. We're down to about 8 feet of water. I think this is a decent fish. He's wrapped up or something now. Come up to the top there. He made a mess of the line. Actually, he's not that big a fish. Must have played itself out. Oh man, fish, you made a mess. Oh boy. Not sure if you can see that in the camera, but all right, not a bad fish, I guess. Biggest one of the day, but I was hoping it was actually going to be a little better. He gone. Ooh, ooh, hooked up again here. Just starting to make the turn around this island. We're in shallow water now. We're down about 5 foot of water, 5-6 feet of water. Fish came up to the top. Fish seem to be really spread out today. Having some days it seems like they're spread out, and then other days you'll get into like little pockets of them where you get a bunch of bites right in a row. But another small one. They're probably they should be getting about ready to spawn here. Yeah, he gave me the bait back anyway. So, all right. He gone. Okay, hooking up this piece of carp. I always like to go through the meat first and then out through the skin. Make sure there's no scales. Again, I like to hook it shallow. That was actually maybe a hair deeper than I'd like, but hook it fairly shallow. That way it, the fish, they can, like I said, get on that hook. We'll cast it back out here and see what happens. That one's on there. He's pulling a little drag. That drag's not that super tight, but it isn't that bad. Let this other rod go back. That way we don't get tangled up. Up here we're still in about 5 feet of water. Hopefully he stays out of that other line. He's swimming in towards the boat a little bit. I think we're good now. I think this might be a decent fish. Bad thing about this planer board, he's swimming towards the boat now. Hopefully he's still on there. Yeah, he's still on there. Click that one back over. Not sure. Yeah, I don't think he's as good as I thought he was gonna be. Fish are fighting good today though. He's really pulling that planer board. Or she was. He gone. Ooh, hooked up again here. This is a rod we just cast it back out. Seemed like getting a little more bites in this shallow water. I'm also going a little faster. Normally I troll 0.4 to 0.6. Usually I try to stay 0.5, but I'm actually trolling at 0.7 in this shallow water. Always seemed like to me if the fish are in the shallow water, they're usually aggressively feeding. So I usually like to up my speed just to cover more ground, especially if I'm not getting a ton of bites. This is just a small one. He got the hook good though, that's for sure. He's nice enough though to give me the bait back. He gone. I think we're getting a bite here, but I got a feeling this is a really small fish. I'm gonna have to reel him in. I was hoping he'd come off. I'm not sure if he's on there or not, but look like what happens when a little one accidentally gets all the hook in his mouth. Yeah, maybe not. I didn't expect that. Caught a crappie on a piece of cut carp. Ooh. Been a while here since we had a bite. Got one hooked up. Getting about ready to call it a morning. It's a little after 10 o'clock. Been out here since about, well, probably didn't start fishing until 6:15. Middle of summer like this, I like to get out here early. The bite's usually good at right after daybreak there, and then usually about this time in the morning it starts really slowing down. So I like to get out early and then get off the lake early, and usually pleasure boaters and that aren't bad till later in the morning, so kind of works out. I don't think this one's going to be a very big one either. Unless he's just swimming at the boat. Right now we're in about 9 feet of water. Yeah, not a bad one, but simmer. Simmer. Really, probably one of the bigger ones caught today. Not too bad. He gone. All right, everyone, 10:30 here. Bite's really slowed down here in the last hour or so, so I'm going to start wrapping things up. Wasn't too bad a day. Did catch several fish. Didn't get anything real big. Would have been nice to get something a little bit bigger, but never complain about catching fish. So anyway, gotta start putting things away, and I will catch you next time.